And welcome to SEC football presented by Sonic. As we come to you from the banks of the Tennessee River on a spectacular day here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Bobby Petrino back at the helm. Who would have thought this years ago? But he is running the show as the interim head coach of the Razorbacks, taking over the last 2 weeks. Meanwhile, Josh Heupel just continues to win football games. The 12th ranked team in the country, 4-1, looking for back-to-back SEC wins. Both these teams have had a week off, but to say that it's been a little different would be an understatement. Arkansas making some huge changes since we last saw them in a sounding defeat against Notre Dame. It all started the day after that loss to the Fighting Irish when Sam Pittman was let go of his duties as the head coach after 5+ seasons. That means that offensive coordinator Bobby Petrino, who's been there now, and this is his second year as the OC, is named the interim head coach. He says that he wants this job. He's auditioning for it. Well, he did not sit on his hands. He immediately fired defensive coordinator Travis Williams and a couple of other defensive assistants. So there has been a lot of change going on over in Fayetteville. Pleasant good afternoon, everybody. I'm Dave Neal. This is Fozzie Whitaker. Glad you could join us today for Tennessee and Arkansas. But let's get this Arkansas story underway here. You're a former player at the NFL college level. What's it like in the locker room when something like this happens midseason?
Yeah, transition can be very tough. Teams can take it one of two ways. The first way is continue to do what got the previous staff out of the door, or they can double down on a new identity, a new belief in what Coach Bobby Petrino is implementing, and then start moving forward to become a better football team.
Well, certainly these two clubs looking for changes. You know, Tennessee's had back-to-back SEC games that have gone to overtime. They had the week off to try to regroup. This is a team that's putting up many points, trying to get their defense buckled up. The same situation on the other side, although defensively Arkansas has really struggled, but offensively they've been pretty good. As the Volunteers run through one of the great spectacles in all of college football, the power T. And here come the Fighting Hogs, led by that man, Bobby Petrino. A surreal moment, I am sure, for a lot of folks, not just Bobby Petrino, but Arkansas fans and college football fans alike. It has been a wild and crazy 2 weeks in Fayetteville. For more on this story and the players' perspective, let's go down to the sidelines in Morgan Uber.
Well, shock was the word that players used to describe the feeling inside the locker room after the firing of Coach Pittman and all the changes to the defensive staff. But they used the bye week to reset, refocus, and regroup. And now there's a different energy about this Arkansas team. 3 players really leading that charge with the transition. Quarterback Taylon Green, defensive tackle Campbell, and safety Larry Worth. Worth telling he's proud of how unified the team has become through the chaos and the changes he's seen to the defense. He said interim DC Chris Wilson has simplified things, allowing his defense to play faster, and we're set to beat Tennessee. It's going to be like being in a boxing ring. We have to lock in and throw the first punch. There's a real premium on winning first and second down all 4 quarters.
Well, thanks, Morgan. There certainly would be easier places to go and try and win your first football game as the interim head coach than right here, because Tennessee ranked 12th in the country. Obviously, this is an offense that is scoring points in bunches. Nobody scored more points than them. Matter of fact, 40 points in 5 straight games. They're averaging over 50 a game. What's making this all click?
Yeah, it starts with these 2 young men right here, Joey Aguilar and Chris Brazzell II. Unbelievable chemistry between these 2 guys. You thought they've been playing together for more than just this season. Joey Aguilar has been consistent as a leader for this team and as a leader of this offense, showing consistency, throwing the ball, the accuracy to get the ball in play, and the trust and confidence to know that that man right there, Chris Brazzell, will come down. And that's what Chris Brazzell does. He makes those acrobatic catches, and why he is one of the best receivers in the country right now, Dave.
And certainly he has kind of been under the radar. This is his 2nd season now with Tennessee. He transferred in from Tulane, and coaches say the 2nd season in this offense, generally speaking, it starts to click, and it has definitely clicked for him. Speaking of having some success, how about the guy that's calling the plays for Arkansas. Taylor Green, I mean, few people in the country are putting up this kind of numbers.
Yeah, he's been unreal this entire season. And second season in Bobby Petrino's offense, it's showing what he can do, not just as an elite passer, but as well as an elite runner. He's able to keep this team on the football field by converting third downs at almost a 60% rate. The efficiency that he plays quarterback with is what Bobby Petrino has to lean on today.
He says he has just paid so much attention to the little details that make it go for him in this offense. One of the reasons that they have had some success. I mean, look, we're expecting a shootout, but we thought we might have that last year, and it was 3-0 at halftime. So who knows what we'll get. I do know this, at Arkansas, many people probably don't even realize this, they've won 4 straight in this series. Now, they haven't played a bunch over time, but last year, of course, upset Tennessee in Fayetteville in a big win for Arkansas. So the Vols certainly have that on the back of their mind, but in this day and age, there's so much turnover in rosters, you wonder how many people on this roster actually remember it. Arkansas won the coin toss. They want the football first, and they will get it at the 25-yard line. This Arkansas offense behind Taylor Green, averaging over 37 points a game. That's 5th in the conference, top 25 in the country, and Taylor Green has just been phenomenal. Leads this team in rushing. He averages over 8 yards per carry, 3 300-yard passing games this year. When he's on, they are really, really good. Tennessee's defense giving up 29 points a game. They'll get after the quarterback, though. This is a team that's posted 21 sacks on the year. Jalen McMurray, the first one there, a loss of 3 to start the game. Don Bailey came in to clean it up.
Yeah, it's a great job of being able to bring the slot pressure. They're only bringing 4, but that 4 hits home. Taylor Green has to hang on to the football, and that's where Tennessee does best on the defensive line, and at that defensive position is being able to get the quarterback down.
2-back set, Russell and Washington. Russell splits out wide. Handoff goes to Washington. Good tough run to the 30, but that'll bring up 3rd down and 6. Jeremiah Thielander there, the first one to make the tackle for the Vols. Already facing a 3rd down, Arkansas. 58% conversion rate, 2nd in the league. Four-man rush, pocket clean, throw underneath. It's caught, but that may be a little bit shy. They're going to spot him right at the 29 3/4.
Yeah,
or the 34 3/4. So it's going to be short by about a football.
We're going to see some more beef coming in. It appears like they want to go for this.
Bobby Petrino thought he got the first down, but not the case. They're going to take another look at this, I believe.
Yeah, you take a look. Omega Blake catches it right on the line to gain, which was the 35-yard line. And that actually appears as though he caught it right on the line. So his forward progress may be right at the line to gain to give them a first down. I don't think you can really tell from that angle.
If you can't tell, it's got to be
clear and concise. So he catches it from that angle. It appears his feet are standing on the 35. So the ball is very close to the line to gain.
I don't know if there's any indisputable video evidence to move that to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. It has to be clear and show clearly that the ball crossed the 35-yard line. I don't think you can see it either. Although the feet are there, the ball doesn't appear to be there.
Now, we'll say this, Bobby Petrino was standing right at the 35.
After review, the ruling on the field is upheld. It will be 4th down. Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 13:30. 13:30 on the game clock.
So 4th down and literally inches here for Bobby Petrino, and already says, let's go do this, boys. Going with a jumbo package. Roll the dice early. Little I formation. Quarterback keeper with Green. He has it by a couple of yards. What a push. Maddox Lassiter, the fullback, 47, came in there and gave a nice little tush push to his quarterback, Taylon Green.
Yeah, they haven't gone forward on 4th down. Just only 3 attempts and only 1 conversion. They just added to that now with a big push by that offensive line.
Fresh set of downs for the Hogs from the 37. Handoff right side, big hole. Washington gets it out to the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Durantine trips him up. Washington averaging over 6 yards per carry. Over 400 yards rushing this season. 4 touchdowns on the ground. Rodney Hill checks into the game. The redshirt junior out of Statesboro, Georgia. Transfer in from Florida A&M. Split out wide now. Green cuts it back and is dropped at the 47-yard line. That should be good enough to move the chains, and it will be. Ty Redmond trips him up, the true freshman corner.
Yeah, and that's where Taylon Green is so special. He's always able to prolong and extend the play, and with his running ability, he's able to pick up first downs to keep the drive alive.
Washington inside the 35, inside the 25, down to the 15-yard line. Tyree West chases him down, but a 37-yard gain from Mike Washington.
Yeah, they bring the blitz, Tennessee, from the backside of the field, which opens up an opportunity for Mike Washington and those linemen to get out in space. And when you get the ball to Mike Washington averaging over 6 yards a carry, that's the reason why such a dynamic runner makes people miss and then tacks on a little bit more to try to put the Hogs in scoring position.
Boy, 2 tailbacks again, Russell and Washington. Well, they put Russell in motion, split him out wide again. Out to the numbers. They'll hand it off to Washington, and he gets it down to the 11-yard line. Nathan Robinson makes the tackle. Gain of 3 for Arkansas. Boy, nice opening drive by the Hogs. 8 plays, 64 yards to this point. 4.5 minutes off the clock. Green keeps it off the left side. He'll walk it into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. Rohan Jones with a great block on the outside to get his quarterback some room. A run of 11, and Arkansas out in front.
Well, new interim head coach. This is a new-looking team. You get the inside zone with double lead blockers pulling back by Platt and Jones. And Taylon Green showcases that dynamic dual threat ability, walks into the end zone, put the Hogs up on the board first.
Good start for Bobby Petrino and company. 9 plays, 75 yards.
Well, being a little more aggressive might be the identity of this team. Picking up the first down on 4th down. And then there goes that man, Taylon Green, into the end zone. 7-0 the Hogs.
Taylon Green with an 11-yard touchdown run, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. Now 15 total touchdowns for the Arkansas quarterback. Bobby Petrino's offense starts things off, 75 yards, just under 5 minutes. The 4th opening drive touchdown this season for Arkansas. But now this defense that has been maligned this year going to have to try to slow down this Volunteer team that nobody's been able to slow down. That one sails to the back of the end zone, so out to the 25-yard line. Joey Aguilar has been leading the charge. I mean, just been an incredible season. Now, listen, he was awesome at App State. We just didn't know about it, but he was a record-setting quarterback for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, incredible poise that he's been able to showcase over the course of his career. The reason why he won the starting job was because he maintained that poise, even though he had an accelerated clock to be able to learn this offense.
This is an offense scoring 51 points per game. Nobody has put up more points than Tennessee this year. Out of that pistol formation, they'll fake it to Bishop, throw on the run, wide open. Out of the flat is Braylon Staley. That'll be a first down on the first play. Kanai Walker back there in coverage. This Arkansas defense giving up 30 points per game, last in the league. 168 rushing yards, last in the league. 257 through the air, 15th in the league. Oh, what a catch. Kitzelman with an outstanding reception on the near sideline, picks up 6.
It's a great catch. This team wants to go fast to try to keep this Arkansas defense from subbing and staying in base as much as they can.
Hand it off, big hole off the right side. Bishop. The last time he touched the ball was 2 weeks ago. It was 25-yard touchdown in overtime to give Tennessee the win. Looks like our umpire got blown up on that play.
Yeah, you see Deshaun Bishop splits the defense, but as the defender Larry Worth is trying to make the tackle, he and the umpire collided. Umpire does not have a helmet, and I believe that face mask grazed his head a little bit as he went down.
That's Trenton Crawford, our umpire today. Looks like he might be taking a break here for a few moments. Well, as they attend to him, we'll step aside as well. Back in a moment.
And get a free large drink when you order in the Sonic app. And in part by T-Mobile 5G home internet.
Well, coaches in their second stint at their former school. You saw that list with Greg Schiano, Rich Rod, Scott Frost, and now Bobby Petrino, the interim head coach. And he has said that he'd like to have this job, and he's going to audition for it. And he's got some opportunity in front of him in terms of the schedule. We've got this game, then Texas A&M, Auburn, Mississippi State, LSU, Texas, Missouri. Bunch of football left to be played. First down and 10. Handoff left side goes to Bishop. By the way, our umpire Trenton Crawford still being attended to on the Tennessee sideline by the Tennessee medical staff. We'll try to get an update on his status for you as soon as we can. Aguilar has time and completes that one to Braylon Staley. We've talked a lot about Chris Brazel and Mike Matthews, but Braylon Staley's the third guy in that triumvirate at wide receiver.
Yeah, he does a great job in that slot, being able to get open and create space for Joey Aguilar to deliver a strike, which he did there to pick up the first down.
Gain of 19 sets up first down and 10 from the 17. Flag down. Aguilar keeps it himself as he fakes the handoff and down to the 5-yard line. He'll go out of bounds. Larry Worth and Caleb Wooden back there to make the tackle. Let's see if this one will hold up.
I'm sure Coach Heupel doesn't want his QB to be lowering his shoulder and taking hits like that too often.
Illegal formation against the offense. More than 4 in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Time to take a look at our kind of a big deal brought to you by Old Trapper. A couple of guys to keep an eye on.
Yeah, Quincy Rhodes Jr., defensive end for Arkansas, leads the conference in TFLs and sacks, and Deshaun Bishop, I think he's going to have an integral part into the success of this Tennessee offense in the run game. Keep an eye out for those two guys to make big plays.
Bishop averaging almost 7 yards per carry. He's got 4 touchdowns on the year. Former walk-on, preferred walk-on. Stutter step through the line, gets it close to the 15-yard line. Caleb Wooden there to say hello. This Tennessee offense averaging almost 200 yards rushing per game, 6th in the league, but 537 yards of total offense per game. Left side, there's Bishop to the 5, touchdown! 17 yards for Deshaun Bishop.
And right on cue, Old Trapper beef jerky impact player for this Tennessee offense, Deshaun Bishop, was able to execute the counter play, break a tackle, and then showcase his dynamic playmaking ability, averaging, like Dave said, almost 7 yards a carry, all the way to the crib for a touchdown.
His 5th rushing touchdown of the year for the redshirt sophomore from right here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Point after is up and good, and just like that, Tennessee ties it up at 7.
And Miles Kitselman is the reason why this happens. Gets the block on Sorey Jr., and then Deshaun Bishop does the rest. Tied up here in Knoxville, 7-7.
Teams now get to use the iPad on the sideline during the game. So as my spotter, Charles Polari, who played quarterback at New Mexico State, said, can't be BSing the coach anymore coming off the field. It's right there in front of you. Nothing really to complain about offensively for Tennessee on that drive, but Bobby Petrino obviously hoping his defense can find a way to slow down this volunteer group. That did not take long at all. 7 plays, 75 yards, 2.5 minutes off the clock, tied at 7. And this one through the back of the end zone and out to the 25-yard line. That first Arkansas drive, what was it that you liked about it?
Ultimately going 2 backs.
Yeah.
We talked with Coach. He mentioned he wanted to see and utilize more 2-back formations. We got to see it with both Braylon Russell as well as Mike Washington in the backfield, and even brought in a fullback. When was the last time you've seen a fullback on the field and teams have to defend it? So I like the variety that Arkansas utilized.
Yeah, got a nice run from Taylor Green, got a nice run from Mike Washington. They were run heavy on that opening drive, 70 of their 75 yards on the ground. Washington will start this drive in the backfield. They'll fake it to him. Green going up top, throws into double coverage, nobody there. Trying to hit C.J. Brown, but he was covered up nicely. Taylor Green completing 62% of his passes. Now he does have 5 interceptions, but he leads all FBS quarterbacks. Boy, that's a good break for Arkansas. That's the 2nd time.
Hands to the face. That bails Arkansas out, gives them free yardage and automatic 15 yards. And that's what you just can't have. Jackson Moore, 51, hand in the face of the offensive lineman. And the officials spotted it and called it correctly.
First down and 10. Boy, nice little stutter step again by Washington across midfield. He's down the far sideline and pushed out of bounds inside the 35 by Colton Hood. 4 players had a chance to get Washington, and nobody could get him on the ground. A gain of 27.
Yeah, incredible use of his vision, and then being able to utilize his speed to step out of a couple would-be tacklers, then finishes but shows you that dynamic lateral cutting ability, dips his shoulder and picks up some additional yardage. That's what Bobby Petrino want to utilize and see from this young man.
First down and 10. Green under pressure and lost the football. It's on the turf. Who's got it? Tennessee has it. Finally dropped is Jordan Ross near midfield. And the turnover will give it back to the Big Orange offense. Ross had the hit and came up with the football.
Great job by Jordan Ross. As you see, Taylor Green tries to throw this ball to Mike Washington in the flat, loses control of it. Jordan Ross, with the heads-up play, picks it up. And that ball's loose for sure. Is going to be a fumble as he doesn't have control while he's trying to throw it. And Jordan Ross, phenomenal job using that effort and his speed and the ability to get a guy like Taylor Green down from behind, knock the ball loose, and then showcase his dynamic ability. As you see him right there, knock that ball loose. That'll be a fumble. Then heads-up play by Ross scooping it and picking up some additional yardage.
He ran for a while there. Vols do have 4 defensive touchdowns this year, second most in the FBS, 3 fumble returns, and an interception for a touchdown. But Ross is one of those guys. Just yesterday, Tim Banks was talking to us about the sophomore who is their prototypical Leo, that end spot on their defensive lineup. Guy just gets better and better every week, and one of those guys that probably earned himself a few more snaps in the off week.
Yeah, being able to rotate that Leo position, which is where Joshua Josephs as well as Caleb Herron plays. They feature a lot on those guys to be able to get after the quarterback, and you see why. And Jordan Ross paid dividends on that last play.
On first down, handed off to Bishop. Bishop driving close to the 45-yard line. That'll be a hard-earned 4 yards. Arkansas's defense giving up 168 yards on the ground. This one's going toward the end zone, overthrown. Trying to hit Brazel. Chris tied for the lead in the country with 7 touchdown receptions. Trying to hit number 8.
And believe that won't be the last time that Joey Aguilar tries to get Chris Brazel the ball downfield. May have seemed as though Chris Brazel could have lost that in the sun. Right in that area of the end zone is where the sun is pointed down to, and could have lost track of it downfield.
Boy, Brazel was huge 2 weeks ago in the overtime win against Mississippi State. Coming near side, little stutter step. Mike Matthews was trying to catch up to the football. He stuttered like around the 10-yard line. That may have cost him the step he needed.
I'm not quite sure if he knew the ball was coming to him. He slows down. I think him slowing down was the difference in that being a catch. And Joey Aguilar in that offense coming away with an incompletion. I'm sure that's something that they'll review and try to get on the same page to hit on a big play next time.
Cam Shanks, All-American punt returner last year, was at UAB. Now, obviously with the Hogs, stands back inside the 10. Jackson Ross, end over end kick, hits at the goal line and sails into the end zone. Well, don't forget, coming up next, LSU, ranked 11th in the country, will play host to South Carolina in Death Valley. The final game of our SEC Network triple-header. Game 1 was pretty good. Washington State gave Ole Miss all they wanted over in Oxford. We'll see what South Carolina can do on the road at LSU. You can catch that one on the ESPN app as well. Should be a lot of fun in Death Valley. 2 teams, certainly. You wonder how big a deal that game is tonight for both of those programs.
Yeah, and you remember how the game ended last year, so you better believe South Carolina is probably looking for some retribution.
Well, you see the turnovers. Taylor Green and Joey Aguilar, certainly 2 guys with the football in their hands, a ton, trying to do a lot. With those 6 turnovers, Taylor Green will have to flush that last fumble as they're at the 20-yard line. Braylon Russell, big hole. The big man with a dynamite carry out over the 40. A 23-yard pickup on his first carry today.
Yeah, getting downhill, being able to utilize his big size and natural physique. He just runs through tacklers. And going one-on-one with Braylon Russell, 240 pounds, full speed ahead. It's not many DBs that stand a chance bringing him down one-on-one.
Bobby Petrino telling us they needed to get him the football more this week. Give it to him again here. He's to the 45. Let's go down to Morgan.
Well, tearing off the rearview mirror has been Petrino's message to this team, and certainly that's what Taylon Green has to do after that last turnover. Interim offensive coordinator Colby Smith came over to his quarterback, really got in his face, emphasizing ball security, but this coaching staff just raving about the maturity of Green, doing everything he can lead and help his team, and echoing what they're trying to get done as coaches, and you see him taking that command, guys.
Second year in this offense, the fifth-year senior transferred in from Boise State. Russell spins to the 46, so it'll be third down. And call it almost 7. Sidney Walton, the true freshman, getting some work on the back end for the Volunteers.
This is where Tennessee likes to live defensively, getting opponents in third and long. They run out their speed rabbits package to be able to get after the quarterback. That's how they've been able to accumulate so many sacks this season.
Only one pass play so far for Arkansas, went for 5 yards. Mike Washington splits out wide. Four-man rush. Green fires, pass caught, and a big collision on Raylan Sharp. But his forward progress will give him a first down. Ty Redmond, the true freshman out of Alpharetta, Georgia, makes the hit.
Yeah, Taylon Green showing great poise. Had 7 guys lined up at the line of scrimmage. He drops that in the pocket comfortably and finds Raylan Sharp protected for the first down.
Green, quick slant pass caught there by Omega Blake, who's having an outstanding season. 32 catches, up over 400 yards this year. 5+ receptions in every game this year for Omega.
He's been a dynamic impact player for this offense, and that's been Taylon Green's #1 go-to receiver target. You expect to see him and Colton Hood going at it all day today.
Three receivers to the wide side of the field. I'll give it to Washington, though, off the left side. A couple of yards there. Joshua Joseph's the first one there. Joshua, 23 tackles this season. Joshua, the recipient of a fumble that he scooped up, went 41 yards for a touchdown against Mississippi State a couple of weeks ago.
He's been a big playmaker, and that's been the calling card for this defense, is getting after the quarterback, creating turnovers, and that's what they do at an elite level. That's one of the best in those 2 categories in the country.
Green, wide open. C.J. Brown, first down inside the 20, down to the 16-yard line. Turrentine pushes him out, but a gain of 18 and another Razorback first down.
Yeah, it seems to be a little miscommunication. Somebody has to have the flats. You don't see anybody going to the flats, and C.J. Brown takes advantage of that miscommunication. Taylon Green finding him out of the backfield or out of the slot receiver showcases that ability to find the open target.
Another good drive by the Hogs. This one 7 plays, 64 yards to this point. Here's Russell trying to kick it to the outside. Not going to work this time. Bryson Eason. A loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah, and the best thing to stop the run is being able to get penetration. If you can get penetration from the nose or the D-tackle position, that's how you slow down that effective run game that Arkansas has had so far in this first quarter.
122 and counting here in the first frame. These 2 teams going up and down this field. Already 156 yards of offense for Arkansas. Green stands in there, fires, dumps it off Inside the 10 goes Raylan Sharp. They'll need to get it to close to the 6-yard line for a first down. It'll be 3rd down. Green looking left, throwing that way, batted down. Colton Hood back there in coverage against Omega Blake. Good on good.
Yeah, we talked about Colton finding where number 9 is on the defense. One-on-one hitch route. Taylon Green tries to give it to his best receiver. Well, the best defender for Tennessee says, not happening today. Huge 3rd down stop with 2 guys that are really good and playing at an elite and high level.
Scott Starzik to attempt this field goal from the far hash. 4 of 6 this season. This will be a 28-yarder on the way. It is right down the middle. So 3 on the board for Arkansas, and they take the 3-point lead with 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Well, hard to believe, but basketball season tips off November 3rd. And our annual SEC basketball media days are this Tuesday and Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern. For the full schedule, be sure to go to secsports.com/news. This was earlier today over at the Food City Center, Thompson Bowling Arena. Rick Barnes back at it again. Going to be another great, exciting year of SEC basketball. Can't wait for it to get started.
How about Rick Barnes was the head basketball coach at the University of Texas whenever I was at Texas, so I have a great relationship with Coach Barnes.
Yeah, a wonderful human being is Rick Barnes. How about the job, though, speaking of basketball, I mean, John Calipari last year, the job he did with the Hawks. Can he do it again? A lot to talk about in the coming months. A lot to talk about here at this game as well. Arkansas's offense has looked super sharp. And that kick will sail through the back of the checkerboard. Well, how about last year's game? We told you the first half, it was 3-0 was the score of the half. 2 high-powered offenses. But last year it was an Arkansas rally down the stretch to win it. 2020, the Hogs won that one. 2015, how about a 24-20 Arkansas victory? And then Bobby Petrino was coaching when in 2011 when Arkansas just thumped Tennessee 49-7. A 4-game win streak in this series for Arkansas. Tennessee hopes that ends right here, right now. Star Thomas with his first carry today. These two teams have this is the 21st time these two teams have played in a series. Their first meeting was way back in 1907. I think there've been a few more matchups over time.
That's the end of the first quarter.
So far, some fireworks here at Neyland Stadium. It's a 10-7 Arkansas lead after 1 quarter of play. Back in a moment.
Coach, how has your offense been effective and aggressive here early?
But running the football, I think our offensive line is doing a really good job, and both running backs are hitting it and seeing it and accelerating through the hole.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt. His combination of Russell and Washington so far, and throw in Taylon Green, who's their leading rusher coming into this game, with an 11-yard touchdown run in the first quarter. 2nd down for the Vols. Star Thomas, the running back. Cuts it back against the grain, and Star out to the 35. A second effort will give him the first down. Julian Neal just kind of hanging on, but a first down for Tennessee. Gain of 9. Tennessee's defense in the first 5 games gave up just 14 first quarter points. Today, 10. Big hitter there. Braylon Staley in Arkansas territory. Larry Worth, the 3rd, back there in coverage. 16-yard pickup.
Pinpoint accuracy by Joey Aguilar on that previous throw as well.
Hand off to Thomas. Got a couple of yards to the 45. Justice Boone trips him up. Chris Wilson, the defensive coordinator now for this Arkansas club, was the assistant D-line coach. Aguilar sees a big hole in the middle. He is down at the 35 and a first down after an 11-yard gain. There's Joey Halsley, the offensive coordinator for Josh Heupel. He has done a marvelous job with Joey Aguilar. The two of them have really had to grind to get on the same page, since Joey didn't have a whole lot of time to get under this offense underneath his feet.
Start. Offense, number 72, 5-yard penalty. First down.
Well, Coach Halsley told his offense, this defense can do whatever they want. Don't expect it to be a replica of anything that we've seen on tape. He said it's a first game of the year feel with the new staff and all the unknowns. But to the Vols' benefit, they have Joey Aguilar, who Halsley said is so comfortable adjusting on the fly. His blood pressure doesn't raise. A true calm in this storm. And guys, that uniform already dirty for Aguilar too here early in this one.
Yeah, Aguilar, 4 out of 6, 54 yards. Handoff goes to Thomas. Stephen Dix Jr., the linebacker, making the tackle, the fifth-year senior. His 34th stop of the year.
That Razorback defense did a great job of forcing that last counter play to go horizontally and stringing it out.
Quick slant pass is caught. But that's at the 35. Brazel with the first catch. Kenai Walker on the coverage. It'll be 3rd down and 11.
Don't be surprised if Joey Aguilar tries to find his go-to target in Chris Brazel.
Slip screen on the outside. Braylon Staley inside the 20, first down, Tennessee.
Great play call by Joey Halsley, being able to use the aggressiveness of Arkansas's rush against them, getting Staley in space on the screen play and picking up the first down.
Gain of 15. Here's Thomas. Makes the first man miss, but nothing after that. Might have lost a yard in the process. Nine plays, 55 yards on this drive. 3.5 minutes off the clock. Give it to Thomas. Stuffed right in the middle of that line. Looks like Dix and Sorey, the two linebackers, came up to make the play.
Yeah, and that's what they're going to have to continuously do. Whenever Tennessee is able to run the ball and throw it, they're obviously extremely dangerous. But if you can take away one of those facets in the game and try to turn this Tennessee team into a one-dimensional offense, it gives a chance for this Arkansas defense to put them in 3rd and long and try to get after Joey Aguilar on 3rd down.
Saw Chris Wilson, the DC, marking out instructions to his group.
First charge
timeout on the field. 3rd and 10 coming up for Tennessee. Back in a moment. Joey Aguilar had one of those career-defining drives against Mississippi State late when they needed a touchdown. This drive, he's 3 out of 3, 36 yards, looking at a 3rd down and 10. Aguilar going to the end zone. Passes dropped at the line by Brazel. Boy, he has made circus catches all season long. Just couldn't hold on to that one.
Yeah, that's great coverage by Jordan Young in the slot, being able to be that nickel corner. And Chris Brazel usually comes down with those, just not able to hang on to it on a back shoulder fade, which was there by Joey Aguilar. But the coverage probably impacted the no catch, and it's a great job by this Arkansas defense.
Max Gilbert on to attempt this 37-yard field goal. He is 8 out of 10 this year. This one is right down the middle. So Tennessee has tied it up. 10:35 to go before halftime. It will be a wild ride to figure out who's going to play in the SEC championship this year. I don't think anybody has any idea how that's going to play out.
Yeah, I can't tell you who the best team in the conference is right now. There are so many candidates, but to your point, to find out who's going to be playing in December, that's the question everybody wants to know the answers to.
I'll tell you what, Alabama's win at Missouri today, certainly impressive against a team that had been playing at a super high level and played well today. Alabama just a little bit better. Maybe they take over that top spot.
They looking like it. Week after week, they find a way to improve. 3 straight ranked wins, too. It's impressive.
Well, we thought we'd see some offense today between these two teams. We've seen that. Arkansas 164 yards, Tennessee 146. It's the rush game, though, by Arkansas that's been impressive. 115 yards rushing, over 7 yards per carry. About to get the football back. Rodney Hill lets this one hit in the end zone and out to the 25-yard line. So Tennessee needs to come up with some answers here to slow down this Arkansas offense. Taylor Green's off to a good start. 5 out of 6, 49 yards. Throwing the football. We were wondering, you know, there hadn't been that that power shot from Tennessee yet. And I think a lot of people around this league, this country, watching Arkansas football, wondering how would Arkansas respond when they get hit in the mouth a couple of times with everything that's going on. Well, so far that hasn't happened.
They've been able to answer the bell and came out swinging first, to be honest.
First down from the 25. Russell and Washington in the game. Who will be on either side of Taylor Green. Russell cuts it back, picks up 4 yards when really nothing was there. Turrentine comes up from a safety spot to make a play.
Braylon Russell showcases his patience at the running back position. Like you mentioned, nothing was there to begin with. He's able to kind of slide to the left, find a little crease, and then use that 238-pound body to pick up 4 yards to put them in second and manageable.
Pressure off the edge. Arkansas gets it away. Pass is caught. What a grab by Omega Blake. Had a Tennessee defender hanging all over him. That was Colton Hood over there. A gain of 20.
Incredible catch by Omega Blake. Last time we saw these two going one-on-one, Colton Hood was the winner. Well, not this time. Omega Blake up, extended over the head. Get feet in, controls all the way to the ground. Impressive play, young man, by Omega Blake.
Here's Washington off the right side. Boy, he hits that hole in a hurry. He'll pick up 5. By the way, his 84 yards rushing in the first quarter. It's the most first quarter rushing yards by an Arkansas running back since Rakeem Boyd back in 2019. He had 108 against Kentucky.
That was only on 6 carries, Dave. It's where we saw some of the issues with Tennessee the last time they played against Mississippi State. They couldn't stop the run very well. I think we're starting to see that show its head again against this Arkansas offense.
Green keeps it. He'll have the first down inside the 40 down to the 37. Turrentine with the tackle, but a gain of 8.
And again, this is where you think you got to stop the running back as much as you do, and Taylor Green pulls it, showcases his track speed and athleticism, gets outside of the pocket and picks up another first down, and you see he's dynamic with the ball in his hand.
Green. Just throw this one out of bounds. Being chased there by Ben Bolton and Tyree Weathersby. Georgia, Auburn, 7:30 on ABC tonight. Can Auburn find a way? Boy, they have been a tough luck team, but they're at home against the Bulldogs. South Carolina, LSU coming up after we're finished here. And don't forget, next Saturday, you know what that is? It's the third Saturday in October as that one gets renewed once again. Tennessee and Alabama. Washington, well, that hole closed in a hurry. Jeremiah Thielander there to make the play, the first one there for the Vols.
Thielander does a great job of being able to set the edge. You look at third down now. Again, this is third and long. Opportunity for some of those elite pass rushers that Tennessee has on that defensive line to contain Taylor Green and try to get after him in the pocket.
22 sacks on the year, 43 tackles for loss for this Tennessee front seven. Well, they got a bunch of folks at the line of scrimmage. And they're coming. Nowhere to run. Green dodges one orange jersey, turns the corner. Taylor Green will be out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. How in the world did he get out of that mess?
Taylor Green might be Houdini. Tennessee pressures more than they can come, and being able to not contain the pocket, you got to set the edge. Taylor Green's just way too dynamic of a rusher to be able to not set the edge, and he showcases why he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country. What a game by that man.
22 yards. First down, Arkansas from the 15. Russell off the right side. Braylon down to the 13. Stopped there by Carter and Thielander. Arion Carter, first time we've mentioned his name today, coming off a 17-tackle afternoon against Mississippi State. A career high for him. Leads the conference in stops with 49. Two tight end set for Arkansas. Braylon Russell will be your running back. Two receivers near side. C.J. Brown in the slot. Going right side with it. Russell trying to turn the corner on second down and nothing there. Got back to the line of scrimmage. Caleb Herring, first ball there.
And Arion Carter also in that mix. He's going to have to be big for this Tennessee defense. Whether it's stopping the run or being a spy on third down, containing Taylor Green on this upcoming play has to be the utmost priority for this Tennessee defense.
Arkansas's been pretty impressive in the red zone. 17 touchdowns and 17 scoring opportunities. Pass is caught. Raylan Sharp to the 1. That'll be first and goal for Arkansas.
And again, man, Taylor Green shows that poise, the chemistry that he has with Raylan Sharp. Drops it down to him, picks up the first down, and then some, and sets him up first and goal on the 1-yard line. They're excited right now, Dave.
Arkansas going with two tight ends and a fullback. Lassiter, 47, will line up as the fullback in front of Mike Washington. Here's Washington off the right side. Did he get in? No signal yet. They're going to say just shy. Touchdown, there it is. Took a moment to get the sign, but Arkansas marches down the field. 75 yards in 11 plays.
Yeah, playing physical right at the point of attack, and that second effort by Mike Washington is what gets him over the line of scrimmage. It's going to be very close. As you see right there, it appears he crosses with the ball.
Reset the game clock, 36. Or 3-6 the game clock.
Lowers that shoulder and keeps those feet driving and finds his way into the end zone. Incredible run by Mike Washington in that Arkansas Razorback offense.
Don Bailey, fifth-year senior, is the injured Tennessee player. But Mike Washington today with 91 yards. And there's 4:36 left to go here in the second quarter. His season high was 116 yards against Arkansas State, the only time he's gone over 100 yards this year. Don Bailey out of Maryland, a sixth-year player. He has kind of been moved in and out on that defensive front. He's been a tackle, been an end, been a tackle. Freshman stars it with the point after. It is up and good, and Arkansas now leads it by a touchdown. 4.5 to go here in the first half. Arkansas, under the direction of interim head coach Bobby Petrino, looking sharp.
SEC football is presented by Sonic. Buy one Sonic Smasher and get a free large drink when you order in the Sonic app. And in part by T-Mobile 5G home internet.
The old pump fake. Remember those days? Nobody, I mean, it's like you don't see this much anymore. Driving around the neighborhood. Kids playing ball in the front yard. It's great to see. It's been a great weekend here. Beautiful weather. Knoxville is a beautiful place on the banks of the Tennessee River. Foothills of the Smoky Mountains. That'll come out to the 25-yard line. So far combined, we have almost 400 yards of offense, 232 rushing yards, 22 first downs. The average play combined for both teams over 7 yards per play.
So what you're telling me is great offense, subpar defense. That's what it sounds
Yeah,
like.
that's sum it up. If you looked at the numbers coming into this, that's kind of what you would expect.
Yes, absolutely.
Peyton Lewis will start this game at running back, or this drive at running back behind Joey Aguilar. He'll fake it to Lewis. Aguilar stands tall in the pocket, down the middle, pass caught. Braylon Staley inside the 35-yard line. A 42-yard pickup.
Joey Aguilar stands in the pocket and takes a shot to deliver an absolute strike down to Staley in the middle of the field. Excellent execution.
Handoff goes to Lewis. And he'll pick up 4 inside the 30.
Yeah, watch him stand in the pocket, knowing he's going to get hit. Goes all the way to the ground, but look at that tight spiral right on the money to his receiver, Staley.
On second down. Get it to Kitzelman, and he will have a Tennessee first down at the 20-yard line. Xavier Sori drags him to the turf, but a gain of 9.
Kitzelman getting involved in the passing game and the screen game is always underrated for this Tennessee offense.
Razzle dazzle, they get it to Matthews. Turns the corner to the 10 and flipped over down to the 8-yard line by Julian Neal. That'll be a gain of 12. First and goal.
Yeah, watch the athleticism of Matthews. Obviously, he gets hit, but he might need to sign up for a couple of acrobatic classes with the way he was able to fall and not get hurt after that play finish.
To the end zone, touchdown Tennessee. Miles Kitzelman, his second touchdown receiving of the year from 8 yards out.
You talk about a heavyweight fight between these two offenses. One offense scores. Tennessee answers back. Anything you can do, I can do better. Joey Aguilar with the strike. Back shoulder throw to Miles Kitzelman for the touchdown.
Max Gilbert trying to poach Tennessee's 17th point of the game. And he will do it. For Joey Aguilar, 17th consecutive game with a touchdown pass. That's second most in the FBS, only behind Mississippi State's Blake Shapen, who has 21.
Yeah, you see they were in phase this entire drive. Throws the ball away from Miguel Mitchell so he can't make a catch on it. Puts it right on that back shoulder. And that's what you're taught in Kitzelman. Celebrating, showcasing why they are the most dynamic and explosive offense in the country.
Boy, Tennessee glad to have him back. Received an extra year of eligibility from the junior college ruling that allowed guys that played 1 or 2 years of junior college to get an extra year of eligibility. I call it the Diego Pavia situation. But certainly Joey Aguilar and Miles Kitzelman have certainly developed quite the combination. 17-17. Well, we see this a lot with Tennessee on point after touchdowns. Saw it last year a bunch. Well, tonight after South Carolina and number 11 LSU, we'll have SEC football final with Dari, Chris, Benjamin. They'll take you through the biggest stories of the day and break down all the SEC games right here on the SEC Network and the all-new ESPN app. Ryan Grant, the injured Tennessee player. Now, I hope Ryan Grant's okay, but my point is, watching Tennessee play, they do this when they score quickly. We see a lot of these type of things, trying to clean up these injuries in college football this year with a new rule that once the ball's set, the defensive player can't go down with an injury. Hope he's all right for sure. That drive, by the way, 5 plays, 75 yards, minute 44.
You look at the right guard area, a couple guys land right on that leg. Seems like the one he's favoring as he's limping off the field. It's a nasty job on field goal. .221 yards of offense for Tennessee, 239 for Arkansas. Inside the 5, Rodney Hill. Out over the 25 to the 28-yard line. Nice little return for Rodney, and here comes this Arkansas offense. Fumbled on that second possession right around midfield when Taylor Green was trying to make a play, trying to beat one Tennessee defender. Jordan Ross stripped him of the football, and then Jordan came up with the fumble. Other than that, it's been pretty solid work by this Arkansas offense. Yeah, spearheaded by the run game, staying ahead of the chains is what this Arkansas offense has to continue to do, and utilizing the run effectively has helped them do that.
Good strong run from Mike Washington. Dom Bailey met him there in the hole. Well, that was a solid 5 yards from Mr. Washington.
Another strong physical run there. He's getting hit 2 yards at the line of scrimmage and turns that into a 5-yard gain. Mike Washington keeping those legs turning.
Underneath pass to Raylan Sharp. Farouk makes the play for Tennessee. First down and 10 Arkansas. Closing in on 2 minutes. They may just wait here for the 2-minute timeout. That's what they're going to do. So from the 41-yard line, Arkansas making a move, trying to put some points on the board, take the lead into the break. We'll see what happens. Back in a moment.
Dorian Watson, we'll see you coming up on Owners Insurance Halftime Report. John Mateer is starting, and they're into the third quarter in Dallas. Ole Miss just escapes. Ty Simpson looks good. How about this game?
You were right, B-Dub. No defense in this one. No, shoot up. How about the run game by Arkansas? 24, 7 yards a carry.
Texas just took the lead. Fozzie.
Yeah, I need both you, Fozzie, and Dari to pay attention.
Just glad Dari knows what's up.
First down and 10 for Arkansas. Pressure comes from the edge. Down goes Green. Loose football. It'll stay with Arkansas. David Hobbs, who is making his season debut with the hit on Green, causing the fumble, a loss of 11.
Yeah, using the twist game, David Hobbs comes free, forces the ball out, and it appears as Taylon Green is able to actually recover it underneath his body. Good utilization by Coach Banks. Being able to dial up pressure at the exact time, and Taylon Green is lucky to have fallen right on the football to maintain possession.
David Hobbs, they were talking about him right before the season started, being such an explosive, dynamic defensive front line player, but then had a foot injury that has kept him off the field until today. And boy, it looks like he's going to be a factor moving forward. Tim Banks, defensive coordinator, also last outing against Mississippi State, got Jackson Moy back. He was hurt too. They were having to make some changes up front, but getting some bodies back, especially a guy like Hobbs now, really changes that dynamic. Tennessee with one timeout left. It'll be second down and 22. Arkansas's got all three of theirs remaining. Washington trying to kick it to the outside, and well played by Tennessee. Boo Carter finally gets him on the turf, but stretched out nicely by this Volunteer defense. Tennessee will take their final timeout on a 3rd and 17. Hey, coming up at halftime, you can watch the live performance of the Pride of the Southland Band on SEC Network Plus. You can start streaming now on the ESPN app. There they are, ready to go on just what is a gorgeous day here. High temperature right around 70 degrees. Kind of a brisk chill this morning, walking around downtown Knoxville. Market Square was hopping last night and again today. You knew you were in Knoxville. I went for a walk at like 7:30 this morning around campus. One of the first people I saw was a guy dressed in a three-piece orange suit with an orange bow tie and orange. It looked like lizard or some kind of gator skin shoes. I'm like, yep, I'm in Knoxville. Third down, 17 to go. Pass is caught by Cam Shanks, but he only gets back to the 42-yard line. They're about 8 yards shy of the line to gain. Farouk there to make the play. No timeouts left for Tennessee. Yeah,
Petrino will probably let the clock run down, call a timeout, send out the punt unit.
Coach Petrino was the OC at Texas A&M before coming to Arkansas at the beginning of the 2024 season. It's been 3-4 years since he's had to manage the clock. And he'll stop it with 59 seconds left before halftime. Asked him about, were there any surreal moments since he got the interim head coach job, and he was like, no, as you heard Morgan say, he uses that line, I took the rear view mirror off and just threw it away, not looking behind. He goes, but I did when I walked into the coaches show on Wednesday night in Fayetteville. He said that's kind of when it kind of hit me, because I saw a bunch of people that I used to do the coaches shows with before, same smiling faces, everybody just a little bit grayer.
Probably say the same about all of us in that manner as well. I got to ask Dave, do you own an all-orange suit?
3-piece, no, just a 2-piece. Single-breasted. It was quite the look at 7:30 in the morning, I'm not going to lie. Boy, the Vol Navy also out in full force this weekend. Great scene on the Tennessee River. Boo Carter back to return this punt. Fair catch call for. That ball will bounce out of bounds on the far side. Let's see where they spot it. And all the way up to the 18-yard line. What do you make of Joey Aguilar in the first half?
He's been dynamic and really special, running this offense efficiently, being able to put the ball where it goes, finding his favorite target today, which has been Braylon Staley, and keeping that offense on the move. This is what you wanted to see from him all season, and he's given you that all season. Led 3 scoring drives, and even in the face of pressure, has delivered the ball. His accuracy has been on point today in this matchup in the first half.
Long way to go, short time to get there, just 54 seconds. Big hole off the right side. Deshaun Bishop cuts it back. He's to the 45 to midfield and dropped on the power tee. Kenai Walker, Quincy Rhodes finally bring him down, but 32 big yards. Tennessee going quick. No timeouts.
That's what you couldn't have happen, is a false start. It hurts you twice with the yardage and runoff for 10 seconds.
False start. Offensive line. By rule, this also requires a 10-second runoff. Again, we're going to set the game clock to 45 seconds.
Yeah, Deshaun Bishop on the play before, they call a trap play. You usually try to see if you can get that first run to pop, and Deshaun Bishop absolutely does that. Picks up some room for this Tennessee offense.
There's the 10-second runoff, 34 seconds now. Four-man rush by Arkansas. Aguilar flushed out of that pocket. Gonna try to get out of bounds, and he is helped out of bounds. Big push as he runs right into it. Looked like an equipment box over there. Xavier Sori pushes him. Push it and shove and going over there on that far sideline.
Yeah, he gets pushed out of bounds. It was a legal play. Obviously, he was still in bounds. Just momentum takes him right into communication box. And, that's scary. It's a legal play, but that's scary whenever he hits his head on that box. You hope he's all right as he's back in on the next play.
Aguilar stands in the pocket, throws high, incomplete. No flags on the play. 20 seconds before halftime. Chris Brazel, just one catch for 5 yards today. He came in with 31 catches for 531 yards. First in the FBS with 7 touchdown receptions. Fourth in the FBS in receiving yards per game. 106 per game. Aguilar chased, hit, throws. Boy, he just did get it across the line of scrimmage, I think. There's some pushing and shoving behind the play.
A little extracurriculars getting involved in this. As you can see, Joey Aguilar loses the ball. He lucky to hang on to it, keeps his hand up to be able to try to get rid of it. And the extracurriculars.
There's a foul for intentional grounding. The quarterback is out of the pocket and the ball crossed the line of scrimmage. 4th down.
Dave, I don't know if the quarterback was out of the pocket. It didn't appear like he escaped the pocket, in my opinion, on that throw. Did get it past the line of scrimmage, but not quite sure he cleared the pocket.
So he's on that far hash mark. Boy, I'm with you. You know, the tackle box, tackle to tackle is kind of considered a barometer to use, and I don't know that he ever got outside either one of those tackles.
Didn't appear like it to me.
Tennessee forced to punt it away with 10 seconds. Cam Shanks will let this one hit at the 5, bounces back. They'll stop it with 1 second to go. So Joey Aguilar will head into the locker room 9 of 14 for 133 yards. Taylor Green 9 of 11, 95 yards. This has been an offensive showcase. 509 yards of combined offense. That is the 3rd most in a half this year in the SEC. Arkansas and Ole Miss went for 634. Georgia and Tennessee went for 514. And now we got 509 here between these two teams.
It's been an incredible showcase of offense. Some adjustments need to be made on both teams on the defensive side of the ball in the second half.
So tied at 17, Arkansas with a 4-game win streak over the Tennessee Volunteers with a good first half. Tennessee trying to win back-to-back conference games. Keep their push for the college football playoff alive. 30 minutes in the books. Nothing has been settled. Josh Heupel making his way down to Morgan in that end zone. Let's go down there now. Morgan?
Coach, how would you evaluate the way your offense has adjusted to this new look Arkansas defense?
A little bit up and down. There's some things that we got to go execute, some things to clean up in the run game. End of the day, we got 3 more minutes, got the ball. Let's go play.
Arkansas's rushing attack has found success, but what worked that last defensive drive?
Yeah, I'm able to apply pressure. You know, for us, we haven't tackled well. They've been moving forward. Let the quarterback get outside of the pocket. We got to clean some of that up. 30 more minutes. Let's go play ball.
Thank you, Coach.
30 more minutes. Tied at 17. 4-1 Tennessee, 2-3 Arkansas. With that, time to get you to our Charlotte studios. Dari, it's all yours. You're watching SEC football presented by Sonic. Good look at downtown Knoxville. Gorgeous Saturday afternoon for some SEC football. 100,000 packs inside Neyland Stadium. 30 minutes in the books, and nothing has been determined to this point. We are tied at 17. Dave Neal back alongside my partner, former Texas Longhorn running back, Fozzie Whitaker. Fozzie, what stood out in the first half for you?
I think this Arkansas team has been impressive with the amount of turnover that they had at the coaches, and even the first turnover in the game in the first quarter. They've been able to respond and playing some really good football offensively.
Let's take a look at our secret recipe of the week, brought to you by our friends at Bush's Beans. And for that, certainly Mike Washington has not been a secret. He's been very effective.
Oh, he's part of the reason why this offense is running at all cylinders. 11 carries, 100 yards to date. And part of what makes him so explosive is his lateral movements and then his ability to make defenders miss. Once he gets in open field, he's one of the fastest players on the team. And then, they've been very physical at the point of attack as well. That's what you want to see more of in the second half if Arkansas wants to have continued success offensively.
100 yards in the first half for Mike Washington, a second 100-yard game as an Arkansas Razorback. His career high came as a freshman. He ran for 155 yards against Bowling Green. But this first half, the other thing that stands out to me, just no penalties for Arkansas in the first half. With all the changeover that's been going on this week, different voices at practice.
Yeah.
It's really a testament to the guys wearing the white jerseys right now.
Absolutely. They could have thrown in the towel after, obviously, Coach Pittman was let go. But Bobby Petrino seems to have invigorated this team to be able to play more effectively, more efficiently, and obviously not shooting themselves in the foot. Obviously got to eliminate the one turnover, but the second half, they're going to have to continue to produce more points than they have in the past because this Tennessee offense doesn't slow down either.
Looks like we have some sort of issue going on. Maybe a communications issue. Not sure. Everybody's talking over there to Bobby Petrino right now. And that's, he didn't have to deal with this before.
Well, even game day operations, right? Having to put everything else. Yeah, it's something going on with the communication issues, but it's been impressive and remarkable to see the coaches handle the game day operations since they haven't been in that position together in this staff until today.
So Tennessee's headset have gone out is what we're hearing now. So Arkansas, because it's an SEC game, well, they're going to have to put their headsets down until Tennessee can get their situation back in order.
It doesn't look like Coach Heupel is happy with that from his expressions.
Josh Heupel still wearing his headset, though. The optics of that, if you're on the other sideline, it's like, wait a minute. Now, who's he talking to in his headset?
Maybe it's just a communication to the quarterback on the field. It's the only thing I can think of.
So old school. Look at him. He does not look happy.
Not at all. But he looks unfazed also at the same time. Official just now told the Tennessee coaches to remove the headsets as well.
Regardless if we have headsets or not, we are underway here in the third quarter. Fair catch called for by Peyton Lewis. Morgan, what's going on down there?
Well, guys, let me tell you, Bobby Petrino was able to effectively communicate inside the locker room with his team. He said the emphasis will continue to be the same. We will look to run the ball. He said his offensive line has done a great job finishing blocks, but we have to continue doing that, getting to the second level of the linebackers. And this Arkansas team has struggled mightily in this second half this season. He's asking for the same energy he saw from his defense. And let me tell you, that tunnel, those Arkansas players fired up coming out to start this second half.
See how they play here on this opening drive. Big hole off the left side for Deshaun Bishop. Bishop had 78 yards on the ground, a big 32-yarder. Picks up 6 on that carry. Bishop splits out wide and some movement up front.
That'll be false start on the offense yet again.
False start. Offense, number 74. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
We thought it might have been Arkansas's headsets that went out because of this collision with Aguilar and the coach comm. box over there. But we were told it's the Tennessee headsets that are out. Big hole off the left side. Again, Bishop with a big gainer to midfield. Boy, Kitzelman sprung him with an excellent block.
The same play that they scored on with Deshaun Bishop in the first quarter, running that counter play following Kitzelman's block, and hits a big explosive play in the ground game.
25-yard game in Arkansas territory. Aguilar, high throw, pass caught. Mike Matthews, he's to the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 13. Bishop again, hit by Sorey. Take it down to the 31-yard line, so give him 5 on that carry. Well, this Tennessee offense, when they are clicking, they are averaging 2.8 plays per minute. That is the fastest tempo in the country. Goes Aguilar inside the 20, down to the 18. That'll be a Tennessee first down.
Joey Aguilar is a sneaky runner. You get so enthralled in trying to stop Deshaun Bishop and the counter success that they've had, you kind of forget about him. He picks up a big first down.
Out of the pistol. Handoff. Bishop to the 15. Boy, good drive coming out of the locker room for Tennessee.
Where signals and communication is emphasized even more with no headsets.
Aguilar looking, throwing, nobody there, and a flag comes out on the near hash mark around the line of scrimmage. Quincy Roach was trying to chase down Aguilar.
Threw the ball and linemen were downfield. I'm assuming this will be an eligible lineman downfield.
Left tackle, offense. 15-yard penalty. Second down.
That's a personal foul there. I'm not quite sure what he did, but that's a tremendous penalty that takes Tennessee's offense from inside of the red zone to now sitting on the 30-yard line with second and forever.
Second down and 23 now. The play clock winding down. They just do get it off. And just like that, Bishop slips on the turf. Keep an eye on the left side of your screen here for this personal foul.
Yeah, you're going to see hands to the face as they raise up into the face mask of the defender. And that's why he was called.
6 penalties, 50 yards for Tennessee, and no penalties against the Razorbacks. Aguilar on third. As a man dropped. Kitzelman had it for a second and dropped it. He was shy of the line to gain. 4 or 5 yards shy. Julian Neal back there in coverage.
Yeah, Joey Aguilar tries to throw this ball to protect Kitzelman. He just drops it, expecting the hit. And then obviously Julian Neal delivers that hit. And that's a big stop for this Arkansas defense that gave up a big explosive run to be able to hold and force this field goal attempt.
Here's a 50-yard attempt for Max Gilbert. He had a career-long 53-yarder week 2 against East Tennessee State. Boy, and he handles that one quite easily from 50 yards. That will give the Vols the 3-point lead. 11:50 to go, third quarter here in Knoxville. Well, we just got confirmation that this play in the first half is exactly what we thought. It was Joey Aguilar running 100 miles an hour into the coach comm box on the Arkansas sideline that disrupted everything. So both staffs had to take their headsets off, meaning no communication to the coach's box. Those guys just came running down the sidelines just a moment ago. That was the Tennessee coach's box. There's Tim Banks, the defensive coordinator, down on the field. So all the coaches are down there now on the sideline. But it appears that the systems might be functional now. But Fozzie, you were watching that last drive as this kick will sail through the back of the end zone. You certainly thought that had an impact on that last drive by Tennessee.
Yeah, they couldn't get it together, and I'm sure Morgan also has more to be able to report on the communication issues.
It was truly all hands on deck over here, guys, on the Arkansas sideline. Tennessee staff trying to fix the issues as quickly as possible. And once everyone got confirmation that they were fixed, the hustle from the Arkansas coaching staff that I saw rush over, get their headsets, get them back on, and look like things are working now.
Well, you could tell Coach Petrino was certainly disappointed he didn't get to wear the headset to start this half, but he's got it now. 3-point lead for Tennessee. Here's Washington. Another big collision at the 35. Run right into Turrentine. Gain of 12. Arkansas first down, and he's up to 112 yards rushing.
Yeah, and again, this is where they hang their hat, being able to run the ball effectively, and Mike Washington Jr. has been at the pinpoint of that, finding open space, then breaking tackles, and then forcing one-on-one opportunities with Turrentine. That's what you want. You're back on a safety on every single run.
Ball sits at the 36. Play fake to Washington. Pressure comes. Green spins out of trouble, throws. Incomplete. Trying to hit Jaden Platt. Joshua Josephs was back there chasing Taylon Green.
Yeah, Joshua Josephs off of the backside is not fooled by the play action. Showcases his ability to run, and then Boo Carter does a great job of sticking with Platt and breaking up that pass on the sideline for an incompletion.
Three-man front by Tennessee. They'll bring a rusher off the edge. Green ran right into it. Vols have been quite quiet here inside Neyland Stadium today. Give credit to Arkansas for that, but try to make some noise here on this third down.
Yeah, third and long. It's been a backbreaker where Taylon Green has been able to pick it up with his legs. Expect to see contained by the defensive end and a spy in the middle of the field to try to force Taylon Green to get rid of the ball.
Vols bringing 5, dump it off underneath. Cam Shanks first down and a whole lot more. He is hit at the 36-yard line. A nice gain by Arkansas on third down will quiet the crowd again after Arkansas picks up 24 yards.
Yeah, great man-to-man beater. Obviously, this offensive line gives Taylon Green all the time that he needs. Cam Shanks on the drag just outrun the nickelback Boo Carter and picks up a big first down to be able to quiet that kneeling crowd again.
We'll spot him back at the 38. Russell and Washington in the backfield. They will give it to Washington near side. He's inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. Boo Carter makes that stop.
He's been such an effective runner, Dave. It doesn't matter if you block the first guy that hits him. He's breaking that tackle regardless and still finding a way to turn his legs and finish falling forward every single run.
Again, split backs with Russell and Washington. Little option game to Russell. Has got some running room. He's inside the 15-yard line. Loose football. Tennessee says they have it. Arion Carter comes up with the loose football.
Jordan Ross again making a huge impact play. His second forced fumble. One on Taylon Green, now on Braylon Russell to be able to secure a volunteer turnover for their second of the game. And there's that man, AC Arian Carter, showcasing why he's the heart and soul of that defense. Just what the Volunteers needed. Jordan Ross with the big turnover for Tennessee.
20-6, Flossie. That's all I'm trying to tell you.
Dari, you're hilarious. Tough day, tough day. I mean, look, Dari, you could be a Florida State Seminole fan like me. Look at it that way. First down, Tennessee after the Braylon Russell fumble. It picked up 15 yards. By the way, he got hit pretty hard at the end of that play that caused the fumble, and they just took him into the tent. We were watching him on the sidelines. He's over there in that Arkansas Razorback black tent over there on their sideline being attended to now. We'll try to get an update on severity of that. Aguilar throws, and that one is incomplete, and there are no flags. Jordan Young was back there in coverage, working on Braylon Staley.
Yeah, I thought he got there a little bit early. His hands are already on Staley. That right hand, it's a little bit early there. That's good enough. Both arms actually bring Staley's hands down. That should have been a pass interference. That's a missed call right there. And that's a bad one. Now it's 3rd and 12 for this Tennessee offense.
That's a tough one for Tennessee here if they can't convert. Aguilar stands tall, and that one is batted and incomplete, and now it's 4th down. So that does sting in a big way for Tennessee.
You're going to see Shakir Smalls being able to just distract enough. I don't think he got his hand on it, but he did get his hands on it. And Kitzelman's not able to bring that down. This Arkansas defense has found new life in this second half.
Got to be careful here for Tennessee. Cam Shank stands back at the 45. Remember, All-American returner at UAB last year. He will make the catch and hit immediately. William Wright with a great play for Tennessee on special teams after a 48-yard punt. Take a look at For the Win, brought to you by Sanderson's Farm, as we take a look at tonight's matchup between Florida and number 5 Texas A&M. First time Texas A&M has been in the top 5 since 2021. DJ Lagway coming off of that Florida Gator team, coming off a very impressive win last week. Can they keep it going? One of the untold stories, I think, is the play of Marcel Reed in this league. We talked about some other quarterbacks, but that guy has been consistent every game for the Aggies so far.
Yeah, part of the reason why they're undefeated. They're going to lean on him tonight if they want to have success going against that Florida defense.
Green, a little too strong to pass, trying to hit Rohan Jones. Braylon Russell still not back on the field, still over there on that sidelines. This is the hit he took at we took a look at that for targeting, and our replay booth said there was not enough there for targeting. Arian Carter making a play for Tennessee. The heart and soul of this defense. They call him the Alpha Dog.
It's a big-time play by him, taking on the block, still getting the TFL as well on the running back. Now 3rd and long. This is where you get to see some of those exotic blitzes by Coach Banks. The defensive coordinator still have to keep a spy on where number 10 is offensively and make sure he doesn't pick it up with his legs.
Green flushed out of trouble, trying to run for it. Flag comes out around the midfield line, but that'll be a big gain for Arkansas. They'll mark his slide at the 42 of Tennessee, an 18-yard gain if it holds up.
Appears to be on Tennessee. Maybe on the back end.
During the run, holding. Defense, number 2-yard penalty from over the line. First down.
Yeah, at the top of the screen on Omega Blake, Colton Hood grabs kind of the back of his jersey. And Taylon Green, if you do not have a spy on him, which Tennessee didn't there, then you find out why he's one of the best rushers in college football as a dual threat quarterback.
So first down and 10 Arkansas. Here's Green, cuts it back. Taylon inside the 25. Ball's down to the 23. Farouk gets credit for the tackle, but another 8-yard gain for Taylon Green and company.
And again, sprinkling in Taylon Green's effectiveness and athleticism as a ball carrier has really kept this Tennessee defense kind of guessing where the next rush is coming from, whether it's Mike Washington or Taylon Green, and it's been effective still in this third quarter.
Green looking, throwing to the corner, and just really threw it away. Nobody was there. By the way, Arkansas, they're having an excellent day running the football. Don't get me wrong, 220 yards rushing today, but they were second in the league coming in to this game with 213 yards rushing per game.
It's what they want to get to. I think they smell blood in the water. Mississippi State was able to run the ball effectively with Fluff Bothwell and Blake Shapen. Well, they've taken it up another notch with this two-headed monster in the backfield of Arkansas.
Washington needs a couple of yards and didn't get it. Arion Carter met him in the hole. A loss of a yard. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, he tried to throw in a little misdirection with the footwork in the backfield, but Arion Carter unblocked. Best defender one-on-one with Mike Washington in a hole. Arion Carter won that bout.
Bobby Petrino keeping the offense on the field. It is a short 4, long 3 for Arkansas. They converted one time today on 4th down. Timeout, Arkansas. 6:05 to go, third quarter. Well, don't forget, coming up next, it's number 11 LSU hosting South Carolina and Death Valley. The final game of our SEC Network triple-header. Let's hope it's as good as what we have seen the first couple of games. Ole Miss hanging on to beat Washington State and have a good one here. Of course, South Carolina has had a couple of speed bumps along the way here in 2025. Can they get it straightened out on the road in Baton Rouge? That's coming up when we are finished here in Knoxville. Now that, my friends, is impressive.
That is very impressive. Let's do that, Dave. Let's grow our beards out, find a way to showcase our school pride.
Well, I may have to find a new place to live if I'm going to do that. I'm not so sure I'm ready for that. Here comes 100,000 Tennessee fans trying to make some noise on a 4th and 4. Flag down. Green backpedals, lofts it up toward the end zone, and that one is picked up and out of bounds. But there is a flag back at the 32, right in the area of holding.
During the play, personal foul, hands to the face. Offense, number 76. That penalty is declined. Ball thrown back. First down, Tennessee.
The Vols get the stop they were looking for.
Love the aggressiveness, but Tennessee finds a way to get the stop. Momentum back in Neyland.
Tennessee hoping for another crack at the college football playoff after last year's run into the CFP. to start. Thomas on a quick hitter. Oh, as he walloped at the 32, holds onto the football. Steven Dix there to make the tackle, but a gain of 7 on their first play of this possession after getting a 4th down stop. Aguilar. That one is picked off. Oh, it hit the turf. Hit the turf. Boy, it looked like Jordan Young had the interception.
Not even quite sure who Aguilar was throwing to. And it does hit the turf, so it's incomplete, but that's just, I don't know, a poor decision, even allowing it to get that close to having a turnover.
Aguilar has 13 touchdown passes, 5 interceptions this year. That pass is caught, and just shy of the line to gain is Braylon Staley. Miguel Mitchell making the tackle on the back end. So it'll be 4th and a yard. Offense staying on the field for Josh Heupel.
I wouldn't be surprised to see this Arkansas defense try to send pressure, cause some confusion up front, and get the ball out quickly.
Arkansas looked like they forced Tennessee to move. Big Danny Saili, 320 pounds. Boy, they're going to say this is against Tennessee, the way the Vols are reacting.
Snap infraction. Offense, number 50. 4th down.
And now Tennessee's going to have to punt.
Oh, wow. You see the defense goes into the neutral zone. Center does not snap the ball between his legs. He raises up, which forces the snap infraction instead of it being offsides on the defense.
Boy, I haven't seen that one before. Cam Shanks back to return this punt. This is returnable. He'll field it at the 20. Cam Shanks to the 30. So Arkansas's defense gets the stop as Tennessee leads by 3. Gives us an opportunity to get an update. Let's get you back to the studio. Dari, what's going on, buddy?
Guys, Arch Manning has had a very nice game for Texas, and here on a keeper on 3rd and 2, scampers down the sideline, eventually slides out of bounds and says, goodbye, Sooners. Texas up 23-6 in control late, guys.
Boy, it's been a tough go for Arch, as we all know. Good to see him have a little bit of success.
I'm glad you said it and I didn't have to, because I'm sure Dari despises that.
Yeah. You got to love the game. What is it? Don't hate the player, hate the game, right? That's what they say.
That's the truth.
Mike Washington on that carry. Boy, this crowd's still a little miffed about a couple of calls here in the second half that have not gone Tennessee's way. Second down and 8. Mike Washington running the football with 121 yards on the ground. 4-man rush. Batted in the air on the far side. Omega Blake, who's had a couple of nice catches here this afternoon, can't hang on to that one. He and Colton Hood have gotten to know each other quite well today.
Yeah, this is a top matchup battle between these two, and Colton Hood comes away with the dub on that last play. Passed a little too high for Omega Blake to handle. Now 3rd and long.
Without Jermod McCoy or Ricky Gibson in the secondary, 2 talented players out with injuries, Colton Hood has had to really step his game up, and he's done so.
Absolutely.
Bringing some heat. Green under pressure. And he'll just throw it away. Caleb Herring chasing Green down.
That was a great stunt and twist by Caleb Herring. Being on the inside, it looks like miscommunication by that offensive line. Having a free runner rush, and Taylor Green is forced to throw the ball away, and that's perfect execution from this Tennessee defense to be able to get off the field 3 and out.
Boy, Tennessee's edge rushers have really disrupted this Arkansas offense here in the second half. Devin Bale with a high kick. Fair catch called for on the SEC logo around the 25-yard line. Hey, well, we've got you covered with our all-new SEC Network Fall Football weekday lineup, from Monday reactions to Friday previews. Every show is also available streaming on the all-new ESPN app. How about Alabama going into Columbia, Missouri today with a dynamite win for the Crimson Tide?
Yeah, 40th AP victory over an AP opponent in the top 15 in the AP poll era. That's impressive.
I mean, that's a pretty good run right there for the Crimson Tide. Mike Matthews makes the catch shy of the 35. They'll spot him at the 34, a couple of yards shy of the first down. Watching Florida State play the last few weeks, I'm scratching my head how Alabama lost that one.
It's a different team now.
Sean Bishop powers his way to the 40 and a first down.
Sean Bishop's having himself a stellar day as well. I expect him to get some more carries down the stretch in this game.
Averaging over 9 yards a carry is Bishop. Aguilar throws wide open at the 40. Pass caught. Mike Matthews having a whale of a game. He's down to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, one-on-one, he left Kanai Walker in his shoes. The amount of separation he is able to create. It's a big-time play right there. Joey Aguilar delivers a strike for a first down.
Here goes Bishop. He's to the 20, 15, 10, dragged down around the 8-yard line by Larry Worth. And that is not a good sign.
So you never want to see that, a guy go down kind of awkwardly the way he was tackled, especially after explosive play. You hope maybe it was just him getting rolled up and nothing more than that, but they take a look. He's been a focal part of how explosive this offense has been.
He's a great story. Preferred walk-on. Earned a scholarship this past spring. As we take another look at the tail end of this play, and well, that right leg just kind of got rolled up. It's hard to tell if it's knee ankle type situation, but it was an immediate reaction from Bishop. And look, it's hard to believe he was a preferred walk-on here. When he finished his high school career, he had rushed for almost 8,400 yards, had 102 rushing touchdowns. He ranked #2 in Tennessee high school history for rushing yards, 3rd for rushing touchdowns, 2-time Tennessee Mr. Football, but yet couldn't find a scholarship. But he was willing to come here and give it a shot, and certainly it has paid off for Mr. Bishop as he's rushed today for 146 yards on 14 carries.
Well, Bishop grew up just 15 miles from Neyland Stadium, guys. He's become a bit of a hometown hero. You hear the applause. He means so much to his team, to this Tennessee fan base, and really all of his goals became bigger than himself. And he knows what it takes. He's been through the fire, Dave, like you said, as a former walk-on, and he is someone who pushes his teammates even when they don't want to be. Heupel just reiterating to us how much of a leader he is for that running back room, but the entire team.
Let's hope he's okay as he walks back to the bench under his own power. Keep eyes on him for sure. Peyton Lewis will check into the game at running back as Tennessee looks at a 1st and goal from the 7. Hand it off to Lewis. He's down to the 3-yard line. Mitchell and Worth combined for the hit. Clock moving, 2:24, 2:23 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Might be Joey Aguilar-Poole
Hand it off to Lewis. Second effort. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Peyton Lewis running physically, lowering that shoulder. The red zone running back coach used to say, be your own blocker. Well, that's what Peyton Lewis was there, to be able to get the orange into the end zone yet again.
Gilbert's point after is good. It is a 10-point Tennessee lead. A 2-yard second effort touchdown from Peyton Lewis. His 4th of the season has given Tennessee this advantage.
Jumps over the offensive and defensive line, finds a way to stay on his feet at the same time, and then powers himself into the end zone. That's the attitude this Tennessee offense wants to have when they run the ball. And Joey Aguilar spearheading yet another touchdown drive on the backs of what Deshaun Bishop and Peyton Lewis was able to do.
Well, this is that moment we were talking about. How will Arkansas respond to a moment like this? You just got hit in the mouth. What will this offense look like on this drive? I think this might be the most crucial possession for Arkansas of this game.
I agree with you 100%. You got to find a way to answer.
Again, kickoff sails through the end zone and out to the 25-yard line, and that is where Taylon Green will take over. 10 of 18 for Taylon. Been a tough second half for him. Kind of a theme going on with this Arkansas offense in second halves this year. He's 10 of 18 for 119. Mike Washington has done most of the damage on the ground. 16 carries, 121 yards. We have not seen Braylon Russell back on the field since he got hit and fumbled it back in the on the Tennessee 15-yard line. We'll keep an eye on him, see if he does get back on the field today. But having Mike Washington back there is always a plus. Averaging 7.5 yards per carry. Play clock down to 3, 2, 1. They just do get it off. Washington left side, nowhere to go. Colton Hood darted in from his corner position, a loss of 2.
Perfect timing to be able to use that corner read blitz. He reads run and fires as an unblocked defender. Creates TFL yet again for this Tennessee defense and puts Arkansas behind the sticks on second down.
That is the 6th tackle for loss today by this Tennessee defense. Green. Pass caught there. Out to the 35-yard line. That'll be a first down for Arkansas. That'll slow down this crowd for a moment. Omega Blake with another catch as he picks up 12.5.
Yeah, cover 3 finds that soft spot in between the corner and the flat defender. And then Taylon Green throws a strike to his favorite receiver. Omega Blake comes down with it, picks up a first down.
Blake averaging 79 yards receiving per game, 47 today on 4 catches. They'll go with Washington again and another TFL. Jeremiah Thielander.
Man, you want to go sideways against this defense. They got guys that can run. Thielander sheds the block, gets to the ball quick, fast, and in a hurry. And there's nothing Mike Washington can do out there alone on the island. Another TFL for this defense yet again behind the line of scrimmage.
Washington splits out to the near side. Green looks right, looks left, nowhere to go. He's going to take it himself. Flags come out all over the place in the backfield. Tennessee defensive linemen are all looking back at the official.
That's going to be on left tackle Corey Robinson, the second, with the holding.
Holding. Offense, number 51. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
That is the first penalty accepted against Arkansas. They had one that was declined earlier today.
Yeah, you see left tackle Corey Robinson, as Taylon Green escapes the pocket, just hangs on to Tyree West a little too long. And that is a pro and a con of having a mobile quarterback, is being able to knowing when to let go of the defender.
Well, Braylon Russell is back on the field, but we'll wait to see how this all plays out as the third quarter comes to a close. 2nd and 21 coming up for Arkansas. They'll have a couple of minutes to try to figure this one out. Back in a moment. You're watching SEC football presented by Sonic on what has been a glorious day here in Knoxville. Just a beautiful setting as the sun sets here at Neyland Stadium. 100,000 folks inside watching this matchup. Arkansas and Tennessee. Vols trying to snap this 4-game losing streak to Arkansas. Goes back to 2011. Now these two teams haven't exactly played a whole bunch, but still they'll take it. Arkansas looking for anything to cling on to at this point. They have a 2nd down and 21. Braylon Russell will be in the game at running back. He splits out here to the near side. Green, boy, that pocket collapsed in a hurry. And down he goes. David Hobbs comes up with the sack. Tyree West back there as well. A flag is down, holding against Arkansas.
Holding. Offense. That is decline. Play 3rd down.
It'll be 3rd down and 30.
Yep, 31's going to loop inside. They're going to create some confusion with that offensive line. Hobbs, he gets held and still is able to find his way to the quarterback, and Tyree West finishes the deal with that sack.
4-man rush, pressure again on Green. Hit as he throws, is that one picked off? They're going to say Tennessee football. Or are they?
And it may have hit the ground. The ball was hit. It appears. We got to see if his hand was going forward with the ball. I don't know. That's empty hand. That might be fumble right there. I believe that's a fumble. And that'll be overturned with Joshua Josephs hitting that hand. He doesn't have control as the hand is moving forward. I think it's empty.
By the defense, the previous plays on the.
And Perlate, right place at the right time, is able to recover the fumble, I believe, to be able to force the 3rd turnover by that Arkansas offense.
Yeah, he did not have control of that football as that arm starts to go forward. Boy, there's just been this pressure on Green. I mean, they're getting to him with 4.
Yeah, the twists and stunts up front, creating that confusion and one-on-one opportunities by these defensive linemen. They've showcased all season long. If you put any of them in a one-on-one matchup, they're going to come out on top. And yet again, Joshua Josephs finds his way in the backfield and creates another play that this defense can be proud of in forcing a takeaway. Take a closer look here again. Joshua Josephs hitting the arm of Taylon Green. The ball appears to be coming out before Taylon has control moving forward, resulting in a fumble for Perlate, Jaden Perlate, the true freshman, to make his impact on the game.
After video review, field is upheld. A fumble recovered by the defense. 1st down, Tennessee.
So Jaden Perlate the true freshman out of Buford High School in Buford, Georgia. Coaches say that he is certainly a guy they're keeping an eye on, getting better and better each week. Joseph will get credit for the hit that caused the fumble. And Perlotti comes up with the loose football, and Tennessee in business. They'll spot it at the 19-yard line.
We talked about the most important drive for this Arkansas team to respond. That's probably not what you had drawn up. And for Tennessee, you feed off of that energy and now spot the ball inside of the red zone.
Off the right side goes Peyton Lewis. Cameron Ball fills up the hole in a hurry for Arkansas. Well, that's that formation Tennessee loves to run. Matter of fact, they scored their overtime touchdown, the 25-yard touchdown run by Bishop against Mississippi State out of that formation, bunched up in the backfield. Throwing it here, Aguilar underneath, pass caught. Kitzelman out of bounds at the 5. First down, Tennessee.
If you're running the ball effectively, the play action opens up everything behind. And Kitzelman able to go right behind where the linebackers are trying to fill and pick up a first down.
Handoff goes to Lewis. Moves to the 3 and stopped there by Larry Worth. Again, Deshaun Bishop, who was having a heck of a game with 146 yards on the ground, hurt at the end of the third quarter. We have not seen him back on the field since, so they're going with Peyton Lewis right now. Here's Lewis, turns the corner, falls toward the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Another physical touchdown run by Peyton Lewis. This Tennessee offense has now turned the corner, and the physicality is starting to show up in the fourth quarter. They're getting that, what I call the king formation. Pull guys on the outside, and then Peyton Lewis lowers his shoulders and BYOB, be your own blocker, finds your way into the end zone for a tough physical run and a touchdown for the Big Orange.
Point after is up and good. BYOB means something different to a football player than to those in the stands. I can promise you that. Arkansas led 17-10 in the second quarter. Since then, Tennessee has outscored them 24-0. The big play was the fumble recovery, and then Lewis with the touchdown.
SEC football is presented by Sonic. Buy one Sonic Smasher and get a free large drink when you order in the Sonic app.
Great shot, Neyland Stadium. Tennessee and Arkansas. Tennessee starting to get some separation. 34-17. We were tied at 17 at the half. Boy, holding on to the football has been a tough task in critical situations for Arkansas. You go back to the Memphis game. Obviously an opportunity to win that game and fumbled late as Rodney Hill takes it to the 20. And today they have coughed it up as well. A couple of fumbles by their quarterback and one by Braylon Russell.
Started with Jordan Ross on the very first one, Taylon Green, and then Braylon Russell, like you mentioned, the second fumble. Farouk knocks it loose, and just this last drive, Joshua Joseph being able to provide pressure. That's where the fumbling problems have continued to haunt this Arkansas offense, especially in the fourth quarter.
By the way, you see Bishop there with those career-high 146 yards. We just got word that he is out for the remainder of the game with some sort of right leg, lower, I shouldn't say right leg, but leg injury. Taylon Green, 11 of 19. Pressure comes, and down he goes again. Arkansas doesn't have an answer for the front four of Tennessee. A loss of 5.
Yeah, you're going to see right at the top of your screen, Jackson Moy and Jordan Ross being able to both win their one-on-ones, forcing Taylor Green to step up into the pocket, right into the sack, and that's exactly what this Tennessee defense thrives off of, are winning those one-on-one battles up front.
5 sacks today, 9 tackles for loss for this Tennessee defense. 2nd down and 15. Pass caught. Jaden Platt on the reception. Did he lose the football? There's a scrum for it around the 20-yard line. A little late after the play, so Arkansas will get up. They got to go fast. Down 17. 3rd down and 9.
You got that Rabbits package in on defense where Tennessee has all of their speed rushers and faster linebackers to be able to cover and really get after Taylor Green and contain him in the pocket.
Over the middle, pass is caught. That'll be a 1st down, Arkansas. Omega Blake again the target. He picks up 18 and a big 3rd down conversion for the Hogs.
And a team that's down by 3 scores at the moment, being able to pick up 1st downs is front and center of mind. Try to start picking up chunk plays to move the ball down the field.
Green runs out of trouble. He is hit on that sideline by Perlotti again. Tim Banks wasn't lying when he said we were going to see a lot of Jaden Perlotti today, and we've seen him a bunch here in the 2nd half.
Well, Tim Banks also said he can fly. That might have been the first time we've seen Taylor Green hit the edge and not be able to gain any additional yardage because of how fast Perlotti is.
Second down and 6. Little draw play. Washington, some nifty moves in the interior of that line. Gets across the midfield stripe to the 45. 1st down, a gain of 13 for Mike Washington.
Yeah, what a great play call using the sprint draw to be able to get Mike Washington in space. Expecting pass all the way for Tennessee. Opens up running lanes. And Mike Washington continues to be effective in the ground game for Arkansas.
They'll dump it off to Washington. Tripped up around the 40-yard line by Ty Redmond, who just did get a piece of his shoe to get him on the ground. Otherwise, that could have been another 10, 15 yards for Mike Washington.
Yeah, Ty Redmond has a big 1st down, maybe even touchdown saving tackle there. With 2 linemen in front of Mike Washington, he's able to avoid the blocks and get a tackle.
Here's Green. He gets the edge in the 1st down.
Still very shifty. This is where you got to have somebody being able to take away the edge and running ability of what Taylor Green provides. He can just break your back defensively, especially in one-on-one types of situations.
Braylon Russell in the backfield alongside Taylor Green. 3 receivers to the near side. Green dumps it off underneath. Catch is made at the 28 by Raylan Sharp, the 5th-year senior. Transferred in from Fresno State, picks up 6.
You see the 3-step drop, getting the ball out of Taylor Green's hands quickly with at least a first read is an answer that they have to utilize whenever this Tennessee defense is rushing up the field so aggressively.
2nd and 4. Green. Boy, just nowhere to go. He'll take off by himself. He'll have the 1st down and slide. Boy, he got walloped twice, and flags come in from both sides of the field. Arkansas offensive lineman not real happy with the way that play ended.
And that's just not smart defensively. They've been undisciplined from a penalty perspective and tacking on additional yardage and possible targeting call. Just not smart.
Personal foul, targeting. Defense number 13. That play is on the video review.
Farouk was the first one. Spillman, the linebacker, was the second one, and they're checking on him in terms of targeting. We'll get the update when we return. It has been a tough emotional week for the Southeastern Conference as longtime SEC Executive Associate Commissioner Mark Womack passed away earlier this week after a short battle with severe health issues. He spent 47 years with the SEC, and his fingerprints are all over so much of what you know about this league, from football schedules, TV rights, expansion, you name it. He was right in the middle of it all, every one of those big decisions. Our thoughts and our prayers go out to his family, co-workers, and friends. Mark Womack was 70 years old. Well, here it's 34-17. Tennessee out in front of Arkansas, and while we were away, Edwin Spillman was ejected for targeting. That did not take long for the replay guys to come up with that announcement. So ball will sit just inside the 10-yard line. First and goal now for Arkansas. To the end zone, touchdown Hogs. They go to Rohan Jones, the tight end, 9 yards out.
Great job of using the play action since they've been able to run the ball effectively, get the linebackers to come up, and Taylon Green finds Rohan Jones right in the end zone by himself with the insert, fake and go. It's an excellent play call down the red zone. This Arkansas team is not out of it yet.
Point after is up and good. New score, Tennessee 34, Arkansas 24.
And you see Rohan Jones finding his way into the end zone. Arkansas with the score.
You're watching the SEC on ESPN. There is Deshaun Bishop, just came out of the tunnel with no helmet, and his day is done. Finishes with a career-high 146 rush yards. An apparent leg injury has sidelined him for the remainder of this one. Arkansas, though, just completed a 10-play, 81-yard drive, just under 5 minutes to close the gap to 10. They will kick it away here, and this one will sail again through the back of the end zone. Time to get an update. Back to Dari.
All righty, guys, let's update. Fireworks early at Kyle Field. Florida takes the opening drive 75 yards on 8 plays. Amir Jackson from DJ Lagway, but 2 offensive plays is all it took the Aggies to even things up. First a Marcel Reed bomb, and then a Marcel Reed run from 8 yards. They're all tied up, guys.
Thank you, Dari. A&M, number 5 in the country. Here, Tennessee ranked 12th in the country, trying to hold on. Leading by 10, they'll hand it off to Star Thomas. Not much there, maybe a yard. Well, you're kind of in that gray zone with 8 minutes to go. Yeah. You don't want to sit on it, but you don't want to be careless. You keep stopping the clock.
Yeah, you got to pick up a first down, that's for sure. Get the drive started off conveniently, moving the ball. And if you can do it by running it, that's fine, but you got to pick up the first down by any means necessary.
They'll throw it here over the middle. There's your first down and a whole lot more. Kitzelman with a big gainer to the 49-yard line. That'll be that Tennessee first down. Caleb Wooden hanging on to the big fella after 23 yards.
It's actually very similar to the play that Arkansas scored on. You fake the play action with the running back. Tight end act like he's blocking, then just slips right on up. Kitzelman picks up a big gain.
30th consecutive game. That's every start for Joey Aguilar. with 200+ yards passing. It's the longest streak in the FBS since Rakeem Cato went 32 straight for Marshall back in 2011 through 14. That's impressive. 200+ yards in every game you've started.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, obviously. And it's something that's very, very particular to what he's been able to do, and the dynamic passer that he is on display since he's been playing college football.
Boy, Braylon Staley is the injured Tennessee player. He went down immediately over there and grabbed his back of his right leg.
It's very strange. After the run play, looked like he was moving uncomfortably, trying to get set up for the next play, and then trainers eventually just told him to go down. Take a look here. He's right in the slot. He goes to go get a block on a screen, and
he's grabbing the right shoulder. His hand was just kind of hanging by that hamstring, which made it look like that right hamstring, but that may be a shoulder issue for him. Stingers. I mean, I don't know if it's a stinger or not, but you and I were talking earlier. You've had a couple of those, huh?
Oh, yeah. Stingers, AC joint sprain. Those are terrible, but that didn't stop him from obviously having a great day. It all started with him being able to create separation early in the game, and then on crossing routes, as well as some of the screen plays, Joey Aguilar was able to find him the ball. And you can tell Josh Heupel wants to feed him the rock because he has been a mismatch all season long. And if you want to double guard Chris Brazzell, that's fine. Braylon Staley will showcase what he can do as a slot receiver.
Coach is telling us he's been really good. Their best receiver over the middle this season. We saw a few of those highlights in that particular area, but it has been a heck of a day for him with 6 catches for 109 yards, averaging over 18 yards per catch today. 2nd down and 8. Here's Star Thomas. He's inside the 45. Xavier Sori there to make the tackle for Arkansas. This clock now winds down, closing in on 6 minutes. 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 3 for Tennessee. Tennessee just 1 for 7 on 3rd downs tonight.
That's uncharacteristic of what they like to do, averaging 53% coming into the day. 1 for 7 isn't what they wanted to see. They have the lead. This is probably the most important 3rd down so far.
Give it to Thomas. He's not going to get it. Got to the line of scrimmage. Justice Boone throws him to the turf, and now it's 4th down and 3.5. What does Josh Heupel want to do here? 5.5 minutes on the clock. He is in no hurry, that is for sure.
Well, we already saw Tennessee was able to get the defense to jump. It was a snap infraction. Center got to snap the ball, but probably try to get him jump here.
Play clock down to 5. Josh Heupel on the field. Let's see if he... He's just going to let it run out. Now waste a timeout. Well, Arkansas got the stop. They're going to get the football back, it appears.
Yeah, and that's what Arkansas needed to have happen, right? Down by 10. Get the stop. If it is a punt, field it cleanly. And then try to score as quickly as you can to force pressure back on Tennessee's offense. Or go onside kick. Who knows? But you got to get the ball first.
First things first. Get the football.
Got to catch it.
Right. High end-over-end kick that will hit at the 7 and bounce into the end zone. Good job there by Cam Shanks. Let that one get to the end zone, and they'll have it at the 20-yard line. 4:50 to play in this one in a 10-point game. Taylor Green's day, 16 of 24, 176, 63 yards rushing. He came in leading all FBS quarterbacks with 1,840 total yards, an average of 368 of total offense, #1 in the country as well. But today, Tennessee has been able to really fluster him in the pocket. He hadn't had a whole lot of time to throw the football.
Not at all. I still expect Tennessee to get after him, but I also want to see a spy to be able to try to make sure Taylor Green doesn't hurt you with his legs.
That time had to clean pocket, and this is what happens. Raylan Sharp has it at midfield and tackled right there. A 30-yard pickup on first down.
Again, they've been used to hitting Raylan Sharp on the little 5-yard hitch right in the middle. He blows right by on the seam. Taylor Green finds him, pick up a big explosive.
Green, out route, caught there. First down, C.J. Brown. That'll be a gain of a dozen. Look, this is a big play offense. They are top 5 in the country.
Yeah.
When you combine rushes over 12 yards, completions over 16 yards, they are 4th in the country in that department.
Big play explosives is what they live by.
At the 32 goes Sharp.
What I like is the command that Taylor Green has shown, and it's been very confident. The last time we saw him playing against Notre Dame, he looked a little unsure of where to take the ball. Today, that hasn't been the issue.
Down the far sideline, C.J. Brown with a reception to the 11. First down, Arkansas, 21 yards.
And what a money throw. That's a hole shot, cover 2 beater. That's what we like to call it. And C.J. Brown, right along the sidelines, pick up another big first down for this Arkansas offense.
Or the injured Tennessee player back at the 30-yard line. Well, that is David Hobbs, a young man who suffered a foot injury right before the season started. This is his first game since that injury. Again, coach is raving about his play before the injury during fall practice. He was such a disruptor up front. They were super excited about his career path, and then the injury hit. He's been involved today for sure.
Yeah, and you hope this is not a re-aggravation of the injury that he experienced, because this Tennessee staff has been raving about what he can be for this defense, and they're going to continue to need to rely on him with the depth that they have the rest of the season. As he gets helped up, you hope it's just maybe a cramp or something, and he's able to come back, because he's already missed enough time. In his mind, he wants to get back out there and play as soon as possible.
Big part of the reason that Tennessee has 9 tackles for loss today, 5 sacks. They had a season high 11 TFLs against Mississippi State 2 weeks ago.
You know, that's been kind of crazy to me, Dave, the kind of feast or famine nature of this defense. Yeah. They're not sacking the quarterback or getting TFLs. It seems like it's an explosive play on the back end or giving up a big run.
They need a big play here. Arkansas knocking on the door. Ball will sit actually at the 12-yard line. First down, Mike Washington in at running back. Pressure comes. Green steps, fires over the middle high, and that one is incomplete. Went through a couple of sets of hands. Cam Shanks was the intended target.
I'm not sure if he was throwing to Shanks or trying to get it to Sharp behind him, but it was a dangerous throw regardless. And Taylor Green's lucky it wasn't picked off by McMurray or Turntime.
Green 20 of 29, 244. Again, pressure comes to the corner of the end zone. That one is incomplete. They were trying to hit Omega Blake. Colton Hood, who's just been literally following him from side to side the entire game today. I mean, sometimes it's fun to see that when a coach will say, all right, you're on him. No matter where he goes, that is your dude.
And I bet Colton Hood, being as confident of a defender as he is, he loved that game plan and co-signed on it 100%.
Those two lined up against each other here on the near side. Third down. Taylor Green over the middle has a man caught, touchdown. Cam Shanks got wide open. They didn't even see the little guy.
When Taylor Green has time in the pocket, he makes you pay. In that time, Tennessee bluffed the rush, dropped 7 defenders, and giving Taylor Green that much time, man, he's too good of a passer. Makes the right decision, fires a strike, scores another touchdown to make this a 1-score game for the Hogs.
2-minute timeout, as well as 2 timeouts for Arkansas, as the point after is up and good, and we got ourselves a 3-point ball game here in Knoxville, 34-31. And here is that touchdown. Look at Cam Shanks, little guy, 5'8".
Cam Shanks, you can't find him. He's getting lost, but then he finds a way. Once Taylor Green rolls out of the pocket to find the soft spot in the end zone, Taylor Green does a great job of finding him and delivering a strike for the touchdown.
Cam Shanks, an excellent punt returner. All-American last year at UAB. Getting some more snaps at wide receiver here the last few weeks. Coming up there with the big catch to close the gap to 3 with 2:55 left to play. You see our quarterback situation, 256, 221. But Taylor Green, that last drive, 5 of 7 for 80 yards. 3 touchdowns responsible for, including an 11-yard scamper for Green today. Squibber that's going to go into the end zone. And so Tennessee now will just try to chew up as much of this clock as possible. Give Arkansas credit, man. We talked about them getting hit in the mouth, and they got hit in the mouth, but they've answered with 10 straight points to get back in this.
Yeah, to your point, imagine if they didn't have the 3 turnovers, where this game would be. They move into 3 points. This is what Arkansas wanted to showcase who they were. The last time they were in a situation down by 17 points, it didn't end well. Notre Dame ran away from them. Now they're showing an opportunity of what team this is, being able to fight back and try to get a chance to get the ball back one more time for that Bobby Petrino offense.
I said 10 points, actually 14 points in a row. It's Aguilar, big run, midfield and then some. Down to the 47 of Arkansas, but a couple of the players are down, including Joey Aguilar, after that 28-yard run. I cannot get a number on the Arkansas defender.
Looked like it was Wooden, Caleb Wooden, on the tackle, and both of those guys, a scary collision between those two. Really sucks the life out of the stadium, and you hope those 2 guys are okay.
The backup quarterback, Merklinger, a redshirt freshman out of Savannah, getting warm on that sideline for Tennessee right now. But here's the play, and it's all about how this finished up. Being Wooden for the two injured players.
Joey grabs that stomach immediately. Maybe the ball was what contacted his stomach. It looks like he falls right on top of it. And you hope it was just him getting the wind knocked out of him. I've had that happen before. It's very unpleasant. You can't breathe for a quick second, so you're trying to figure out how to catch your breath.
Wooden heading to that tent. Good to see him walk off under his own power. Hope he's all right. But a huge run for Aguilar. 28 yards, puts it at the Arkansas 47. And here comes Jake Merklinger. 6'3", 215 out of Savannah, Georgia. So Arkansas will take the timeout. And that timeout should allow Aguilar back on the field.
Yes, it should. If Aguilar is ready to go, it should allow him back on. From Arkansas's perspective, the clock would be rolling once it was set for play. So being able to try to save some extra time is the only thing I can think of as to why you call that timeout there. Leave you some time on the back end, but you got to get a stop.
So that leaves Arkansas with one timeout, and they obviously have the 2-minute timeout. This Tennessee offense closing in on another 500-yard game. 478 yards today for Tennessee's offense. Arkansas's put up 496. By the way, Merklinger is out on the field to take this snap. He will hand it off to Peyton Lewis. Almost broke free. Instead, it'll end up being a 5-yard gain. Miguel Mitchell brings him down. No Joey Aguilar yet. He was pacing on the sidelines.
I don't understand. You called a timeout beforehand.
Arkansas called the timeout.
Right. Why wouldn't they call the timeout again and then use the 2-minute timeout on 3rd down to stop it? So I don't know. It's confusing to me.
Well, 2-minute timeout, 3-point game. Tennessee trying to run out this clock and pick up the win. Back in a moment. Tennessee trying to hold on. Boy, their SEC games so far have all been thrillers. 2 overtime games, and now this 3-point one with 2 minutes to play. Joey Aguilar back on the field now for Tennessee. Joey 16 of 25, 221. He's also rushed for 56 yards on 4 carries. Shy of the line to gain. Larry Worth came up to make the hit on Aguilar. So it's going to be 3rd down and about a yard. Morgan, what do you got?
Quarterback Joey Aguilar was warming up during that last timeout. Saw him give a thumbs up to all of his teammates, and he is the energizer that really this entire team feeds off of. And when he came back on the field, the fans, they started getting loud, but then the players and coaches for Tennessee trying to quiet them down, reminding the offense is on the field now. But certainly a great sign to see him back out there.
Looking at a 3rd down and 1 with 1:56 to play. Arkansas using their final timeout. You're sitting right there at the 38. I mean, you're looking at 55-yard field goal if they don't get any yards here. If you wanted to try that, but
Yep.
maybe do you
Go for it. That's if you don't get it here. If you get it here, game's over. But I would expect Heupel to go for it if they don't.
Big boys in there on 3rd and 1. Handoff left side. There's your first down in your ball game. Peyton Lewis driving the pile down to the 30. Kitzelman leading the charge. And that'll do it for Tennessee. No timeouts left for Arkansas. Not much they can do for 1:49 on the clock.
And the push on the left side of that offensive line behind Hurd and Umarov, Kitzelman, they established a new line of scrimmage, and they were able to go get that first down to ice this game.
As Aguilar takes a knee, Tennessee will push their record to 5-1, go to 2-1 in the league. And up next for the Vols, a date with the red-hot Alabama Crimson Tide. Another highly ranked opponent for Alabama. They just keep coming one after the other in this league. That's what you're going to get when you have 9, 10. I mean, sometimes there are 11 teams ranked in the top 25.
Absolutely.
It's just it's what this league is about.
Found a way to win, whether it's overtime, fourth quarter. Signs of a really good team.
Tennessee will finish with 490 yards of offense. Deshaun Bishop with 146 of it on the ground, 221 for Joey Aguilar. Arkansas puts up almost 500, 496, 256 for Taylor Green. Mike Washington rushes for 131, but all told, the numbers that matter are on the big board. Tennessee wins it 34-31. The 12th-ranked Volunteers go to 5-1. Arkansas will drop to 2-4. Bobby Petrino's club gave a fighting effort here on the road, but Tennessee finally snaps this 4-game Arkansas winning streak over the Volunteers. Well, that'll do it from here in Knoxville with the final score. 34-31. Tennessee wins it. For Fonzie Whitaker, Morgan Uber, and the rest of our crew, I'm Dave Neal saying so long. Time to get you to Tom Hart, Jordan Rogers, and Cole Kubelik in Baton Rouge.